Hello everybody, this is X here. Today we have got another top 10 World of Warcraft countdown for you, and today we are going to do my personal top 10 favourite survival hunter abilities. So let's not muck around, let's get to it. Number 10, Eagle Eye. Now this is an extremely useful ability for the hunter. It allows you to select a place an unlimited distance away, and you can zoom in and look around that distance basically like you were there. It is a pretty awesome ability. It says it has a range of 50,000 yards, which is basically unlimited. So it's really useful for scouting out areas and just extremely useful all around. Number 9, Concussion Shot. Now this is an ability which will daze the target and slow their movement speed by 50% for 6 seconds. Now, this is an extremely useful ability if you are say against a enemy which is a bit stronger than you and you want to stun them briefly so you can get a bit of distance on them. Number 8, Black Arrow. Now this possibly is one of the best abilities that you can have with a survival hunter. It will fire an arrow at the target, dealing 440% of your attack power over 20 seconds. Also, it has a 20% chance to trigger lock and load, which will cause your next 2 explosive shots to cause no focus and trigger no cooldown. This is an exceptionally good weapon if you have the ability, if you have the focus to use it, and it's probably one of my favourite abilities to use all around. Number 7, Entrapment. Now this is an extremely useful passive ability which will give your traps the extra ability to trap your targets in place, preventing them from moving for 4 seconds. Also, when you get to level 92, you will get the enhanced one, which will give you an additional 100% damage for using entrapment type traps. So this is a very useful ability in order to hook your target in place. Number 6, Steady Shot. Now this is a useful hunter ability which will cause 75% physical damage and also generate 14 focus. Now the reason that I like this ability is because it can be used while moving, and it's also good to use in between your focus attacks to obviously bring in some focus. Number 5, Cobra Shot. Now this is an extremely useful hunter ability which can be used in Beast Mastery or Survival. It will deal 66% nature damage and it will also generate 14 focus. And this is also an extremely useful ability because you can again use it while moving and it will generate you focus. Number 4, Traps. Now these are the most useful things for a hunter to use. You will have 3 traps available to you: Ice, Fire and Snake. These are all used in a variety of different ways. Ice to trap your target, fire to deal fire damage over time, and the snake trap to set a bunch of snakes to annihilate your opponent. Now we can also use a trap launcher which will fire your traps into a distance, which makes them usable at far range, and also extremely useful to use when you're going to be encountering a big group of mobs. Number 3, Explosive Shot. Now this requires 15 focus to use, and it will fire an explosive charge at your enemy, dealing a set amount of fire damage on impact, and it will deal the same amount of damage for every second for 2 seconds. Also, when you get to level 92, you will get the Empowered Explosive Shot, which increases the duration of the Explosion Shot ability by 1 second. This is extremely useful because it will do a lot of damage and also do a lot of damage over time again. Number 2, Power Shot. Now this requires 15 focus to use. You can use on any hunter spec. Now this is an extremely powerful attack which deals 450% physical damage to your target and 225% physical damage to all target enemies between you and the target, and it also will hit the enemies backwards. Now these attack is incredibly useful. It does a hell of a lot of damage and it's just a brilliant move around. And number 1, Multi-Shot. Now this will fire a lot of missiles out at the same time to all enemies within 8 yards, doing 40% physical damage each. This is extremely useful abilities. It will hit obviously all the targets that you are fighting. Just useful if you are fighting a large group. Okay, that is it for this countdown. Don't forget to punch that like button, leave a comment down below, and also subscribe. Also, maybe follow me on my Twitter feed, which is going to be linked down below as always. That's what I say. Thank you so much for watching. I've been X, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.